The break-off shot in snooker. What are we trying to achieve? Well, first and foremost, we're getting the game into motion, of course we are. But we're trying to hit the pack of reds, disturb a few, send the cue ball around the angles, inside the blue and the pink, onto the side cushion, somewhere near the top cushion, somewhere near where we're hiding balls with the green ball. We're trying to cut down the options that our opponent has got. We don't want to be leaving him an opportunity to score a lot of points. Now, one of the problems that is happening in professional snooker, and the reason behind it, is that very often one or a few of these reds are coming away from the pack of reds and leaving an opening for the opponent. One of the reasons for that is that the tables are very, very fast. That's point one. Invariably, they're playing with a new set of balls. They've got plenty of their original properties in there. And when they collide, because of the speed of the table, because of the newness of the balls, ping, they sort of ping open a little bit. Now, I hope I'm not making the game sound easier, because once you get on those professional tables, let me assure you, they're very, very difficult to play on. But equally, the modern game, the long potting of these players has improved dramatically. So if you stick a red out into the open and the player can see a full ball shot, invariably he will have a go at it, and also invariably he'll get a good percentage of them. So it's worthwhile paying some attention to how you break off. In the opening shot at the start of this video, you saw me break off and the cue ball was quite close to the brown. Now that is, shall we say, the conventional position to place the white. And some players like to do that. It means that they can get the white ball back to the balk area behind the green and apply, shall we say, a little less side to get it there. Because they're applying a little less side, right, they're generally more accurate with their strike onto the end red. But some players do prefer to play when the white ball close to the yellow. It means that they're pretty confident or competent of where they're going to hit the red, but they do need to apply more side. There's no doubt about that, to get the white ball back here. So let's just try that break and see what happens. Now we've got the white ball back to the balk area. Would have liked it to be more over here and a little closer to the cushion, but you'll notice that we've disturbed the reds quite significantly. Okay, we've left a chance here. It's a difficult chance, I admit, but it's still a chance. And in today's game, the players are so good at long potting, you know, that some players would take that on. Most players, you know, because it's a dangerous shot to play, would play safe off it. I accept that. But if that white ball, that red ball rather, had ended up here rather than there, there's no doubt at all that most players would be taking that on. And what they would do is stun around the back of the black. So you see, generally speaking, if you play with the white ball closer to the yellow than it is to the brown, then you will have to apply probably a little bit more side. Probably your accuracy on how and where you strike the end red will be a little bit in doubt. So the end result is you're a little bit unsure what's going to happen when you split the reds. Are you going to be getting a good safety with the white over here, or are you going to be opening the reds and leaving a chance? That's your decision. But generally speaking, you're better off with the white ball closer to the brown. So as if by magic, the balls have got set up again. Now players are very aware in the modern game of opening that pack up and leaving a chance. And one or two players now are saying, well, I'm not going to open them up, and they're playing a deliberate roll up to the pack. So this is the type of shot they may be trying, just round the angles there and leaving the white tucked in there and not leaving a chance. All right? So I think the truth of that, it's a bit negative way of playing the shot. Yeah, and we've got to remember that, you know, there's two things. One, it's an entertainment, certainly at the professional game, and although they're playing for a lot of money, the winner is the one who's going to pot most balls. So we're not going to pot them from that position. So, you know, somebody's got to make a start somewhere. But at least it's not leaving much of a chance. Another break-off that some players are reverting back to, slightly old-fashioned break-off, and all it is a thin contact on the end red, trying not to disturb too much of the pack at all, and just settling for the white coming back to the baulk area. So here we go, nice and thin on the red, some regard to the pace of the shot. Now we're into the baulk area, a little bit short, I admit, but here I've still disturbed a few reds, but covered them with brown rather fortuitously, I will admit that. But some players are reverting back to that. Something of a negative shot, really. You're not going to put your opponent in trouble with that shot. So here, you know, I've got quite an easy safety shot, and maybe I'll play it better than what he did at breaking off, you know. So it's down to you at the end of the day which one you prefer to play. Some players will prefer to have the white ball close to the brown, some midway, some close to the yellow. It's down to you at the end of the day which one you use. The truth is you need to devote a little bit of practice to the break-off, all right? That's the only way you will tell. So it's down to practice, practice, and more practice. And while we're at it, good luck with that practice.